My name is Anna. I am 33 years old. I work as a nurse in a hospital. Every day, I help people who are sick or hurt. My job is important because I take care of others. I feel proud when I see my patients smile and feel better. But my job is also very hard. I work long hours. Sometimes I work during the day. Sometimes I work at night. After my work, I often feel very tired. I live alone in a small apartment. My apartment is simple and quiet. I do not have a boyfriend. Most of my friends are busy with their own families and work. Sometimes I feel lonely. On weekends, I visit my mother. She lives in a small village outside the city. My mother is old. I like to help her with housework, shopping, and cooking. My mother always smiles and thanks me. When I spend time with her, I feel calm and happy. My life was simple and quiet. I worked, visited my mother, and rested. I dreamed about love, but I did not know when love would come into my life. Then, one day, everything started to change. A new doctor came to work at our hospital. His name was Michael. Michael was 31 years old, 2 years younger than me. He was tall, with short brown hair and bright blue eyes. He had a very nice smile. Many nurses liked him because he was kind, friendly, and polite. He always spoke gently to everyone. At first, I thought Michael would never notice me. I am not a very beautiful woman. I do not have long hair or a slim body. I wear simple clothes to work every day. I am just a normal woman who works hard and lives simply. I told myself that a man like Michael would never be interested in someone like me. But I was wrong. One morning, I was working in the emergency room. It was very busy. Michael came to help me with a patient. He smiled and said kind words. After that day, he greeted me every morning with a smile. Sometimes, he brought me a cup of coffee when I had a short break. He asked me about my day and listened carefully when I talked about my patients and my mother. Slowly, we started to talk more and more. We learned about each other's lives. One evening, it was raining heavily. Michael offered to drive me home. I accepted his offer. While we were in the car, we talked a lot. I told him about my simple life, my work, and my mother. He told me about his love for medicine and how he wanted to help people since he was a child. The ride home fell short because we were talking so easily. After that night, he often drove me home after work. I started to feel excited to see him every day. My heart was happy when I saw his smile. One weekend, Michael invited me to go for a walk in the park. The weather was beautiful. The sun was shining and the sky was blue. We walked next to the lake and watched the ducks swimming. We talked for many hours. Michael told me funny stories from his childhood. I laughed a lot that day. It felt wonderful to spend time with him. As the weeks passed, my feelings for Michael grew stronger. He was not only handsome but also very kind and caring. He listened to me, made me laugh, and made me feel special. I started to dream that maybe he liked me too. One evening, after a long and hard day at work, Michael surprised me. He brought me a small bouquet of flowers. He said softly, "You had a long day. I thought these flowers would make you smile." My heart was touched. I held the flowers close and smiled. I felt very happy and thankful. At night, when I lay in my bed, I thought about Michael. I thought about his smile, his gentle voice, and his kind words. Was this the love I had been waiting for? I hoped that maybe, finally love was coming into my life. But at that moment, I did not know that my life was about to change even more. Something unexpected was waiting for me, something I did not expect. A few weeks after our walk in the park, Michael invited me to go to the movies. It was the first time we went out together, not as co-workers, but as two people who enjoy spending time with each other. The movie was nice, but what I enjoyed the most was being with him. After the movie, we walked slowly through the city. The night was peaceful. The stars were shining in the sky, and the city lights looked beautiful. We talked about many things, like our favorite books, places we wanted to visit, and dreams we had when we were young. I felt very happy. I had not felt this way for a long time. For the first time in many years, I thought I might have found someone who truly cared about me. My heart was full of hope. A few days later, Michael asked me if we could meet after work. I felt excited and a little nervous. We met at a small cafe near the hospital. The cafe was quiet, and we sat near the window. I could see that Michael looked serious. His face was calm, but his eyes looked a little sad. "Anna, I need to tell you something important," he said. I listened carefully. My heart started beating faster. I didn't know what he was going to say. "I am married," Michael said softly. I froze. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. My heart dropped. I was very shocked because I never knew he had a wife. He never wore a wedding ring, and he never talked about her before. "My wife's name is Lavra," he continued. "We have been married for 5 years, but we do not have any children." I stayed quiet. My mind was full of questions. I felt like my heart was breaking into pieces. I could not believe what I was hearing. Michael looked into my eyes. "Lavra and I are very different," he said. "We don't have the same dreams anymore. We don't spend much time together. Our lives are not connected like before. But when I met you, I found something I have been missing for a long time." I didn't know what to say. My feelings were very mixed. Part of me was very sad. Part of me was angry. And another part of me still wanted to believe that he really cared about me. For the next few days, I could not stop thinking about what Michael had told me. I asked myself many questions. Why did he like me when he already had a wife? Was I making a mistake? Should I stop seeing him? Or should I listen to my heart? I felt lost. My heart and my mind were fighting each other. I wanted to believe in love, but I was afraid of being hurt. I thought about my parents and their strong, happy marriage. They always respected and cared for each other. I did not want to be a person who broke someone's marriage. One Saturday, I went to the big supermarket in the city. I wanted to buy some food for the week. As I walked through the aisles, I heard a voice that sounded familiar. It was Michael. He was not alone. He was with a woman. I quickly realized that this woman was Lavra, his wife. Lavra was tall, beautiful, and very elegant. She wore nice, expensive clothes. She had long, shiny hair and a warm smile. She looked like a model. Michael and Laura were laughing together. They looked like a very happy couple. My heart sank. I felt pain inside my chest. I stood there for a moment, feeling frozen. I didn't want them to see me. I turned around quickly and left the supermarket. Tears came to my eyes as I walked to my car. My mind was full of confusion. I asked myself, why was Michael spending time with me? Why did he make me believe that I was special? Was he playing with my feelings? That night, I could not sleep. My mind was full of thoughts. I took my journal and started to write. I wrote about my feelings, my fears, and my confusion. I wanted to understand what was happening in my heart. The next day at work, I saw Michael again. He smiled at me like everything was normal. But I could not smile back. My heart felt heavy. I knew that I could not pretend anymore. I looked at him and said, "Michael, we need to talk." He looked surprised. "What's wrong, Anna?" he asked. I looked into his eyes and spoke quietly. "I saw you at the supermarket with your wife. You looked happy together. I don't understand why you are spending time with me if you are happy with her." Michael's face changed. His smile disappeared. He looked sad. "Anna, I am not happy," he said. "You make me feel alive. When I am with you, I feel free. I can be myself. Lavra and I do not have this connection anymore." His words touched my heart, but they also made me feel afraid. I cared for him, but I did not want to be the reason for someone's pain. I needed time to think carefully about everything. I told him, "I need some time and space to think." Michael nodded and said softly, "I understand." After that conversation, I knew I had to make a difficult decision. My heart was full of love, but my mind knew that love should not come from someone else's pain. The days after our talk were not easy for me. My mind was full of thoughts and my heart felt heavy. I spent many hours walking alone in the park, trying to think clearly. The trees were green, the birds were singing, and the wind was soft. But my heart was full of questions. I wanted to understand what I should do. I loved spending time with Michael, but I also knew the situation was not right. I didn't want to hurt anyone and I didn't want to hurt myself. I decided to talk to my best friend Sarah. She was always honest with me. We sat together in my small apartment. I told her everything about Michael, about his wife Lovra, and about how I felt. Sarah listened carefully. After I finished talking, she held my hand and spoke gently. She said, "Anna, you are a wonderful person. You deserve someone who is free to love you completely. You should not accept less than full love. You should not be second in someone's life."
Her words touched my heart. They were simple but true. I knew she was right. I needed to think about my own happiness, not just about my feelings for Michael. Love should not bring pain. Love should bring peace and respect. In the following days, I tried to heal my heart. I started to do things that made me feel better. Every morning I joined a yoga class. The soft music and slow breathing helped me feel calm and strong.
I learned how to breathe deeply and let go of my stress. Yoga became a safe place for my mind and body. I also started a painting class in the evenings. I always wanted to learn how to paint but never had time before. Holding the brush, choosing colors, and creating something beautiful helped me forget my worries for a while. The soft colors made my heart feel light again. On weekends, I volunteered at a small community center. I helped children with their homework. I read books with them, played games, and listened to their stories. I also spent time with elderly people who came to the center. They told me about their lives, and I learned many lessons from their words. Helping others made me feel useful and gave me new energy. One day, about a week later, Michael called me. He asked if we could meet. My heart beat fast, but I agreed. We met in the same quiet park where we had walked before. The trees stood tall and the air was fresh. Michael stood there, waiting for me. He looked at me with kind eyes but also with sadness. "Anna," he said softly, "I care about you very much." I looked at him and took a deep breath. My heart was strong now. I had thought a lot, and I knew what I needed to say. "Michael," I began, "I care about you too. But I cannot continue like this. This situation is not right for me. You need to decide what you truly want in your life. If you are not happy with Lavra, you need to talk to her. You need to fix your marriage or end it before you start anything new. I cannot be the other woman. I need to respect myself and my future." Michael listened carefully. His face was full of sadness, but he did not try to stop me. He understood my words. "I understand, Anna," he said quietly. "I want you to be happy. I will think about everything." We stood in silence for a moment. Then we said goodbye. I turned and walked away, my heart full of many emotions. I felt sadness because I still cared for him, but I also felt strong because I had made the right decision. As I walked home, the sun was starting to set. The sky was full of beautiful colors, pink, orange, and gold. The soft light touched the trees, and everything looked peaceful. I stopped for a moment and smiled. I knew that life would not be easy, but I also knew that I was strong enough to face it. Life is full of hard choices. Sometimes, the right choice is also the most difficult one. But when we choose what is right, we protect our hearts and open the door for true happiness in the future. That night, I stood by my window and looked at the stars. The sky was clear, and the stars shined brightly. I whispered to myself, one day real love will find me. A love that is honest, free, and full. I closed my eyes and went to sleep with peace in my heart. At the beginning of Anna's story, she lived a simple and quiet life. She worked hard every day as a nurse, helping sick people. Her life was not exciting, but she found happiness by taking care of her mother and doing her job with love. She was alone, but she still hoped that one day true love would come. Then, one day, Michael appeared. He was a kind, handsome doctor who started working at the same hospital. At first, Anna thought he would never notice her. She felt ordinary and not very special. But Michael surprised her. He talked to her, listened to her stories, and slowly became a big part of her life. They spent time together, shared happy moments, and grew close. For the first time in a long time, Anna felt love. She was happy, but soon, Michael shared a painful truth. He was already married to a woman named Laura. Even though he said his marriage was not happy, he was still married. This news broke Anna's heart. She felt confused, hurt, and lost. She wondered why Michael chose to be close to her if he already had a wife. Later, Anna saw Michael with his wife at the supermarket. They looked happy together. This made Anna feel even more confused and sad. She started to think deeply about what was happening. She asked herself if it was right to continue this relationship. She also talked to her best friend Sarah, who gave her honest advice. Anna realized she needed to choose what was best for her life. She deserved a love that was free, honest, and full. She did not want to be part of someone else's pain. So, even though it was hard, Anna decided to end the relationship. She told Michael that he must fix his marriage or end it before starting anything new. Michael respected her decision and said goodbye. In the end, Anna felt strong and proud. Even though her heart was sad, she knew she made the right choice. She started to focus on herself, doing yoga, painting, and helping others. She found peace in her heart and believed that one day, true love would find her. From Anna's story, we learn an important lesson. True love must come with honesty, respect, and freedom. Sometimes, we must make difficult choices to protect our hearts. When we respect ourselves, we open the door for real happiness. Congratulations, dear listener. You have listened to the full story and practiced your English listening and understanding skills. I am proud of your hard work. Now, I have a small question for you. Please write your answer in the comment section. Why did Anna end her relationship with Michael? A. Because Michael moved to another city. B. Because Michael was still married and Anna wanted to respect herself. Please type your answer, A or B, in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this story and it helped you learn English, please support our channel by subscribing. Your support gives us energy to make more good content for you.